Hello, hello, hello. Apparently, I'm going live. So bear with me here for a second as I kind of just get myself sort of collected. I'm getting let me mute that. All right, let me throw myself over here in live chat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. And for those of you who may view this later on down the road, thank you so much. Let me pull that out. My name for the evening is MC Prohibition, or you may know me, though, as Baked in the Bluegrass, Get Baked Productions, The Prohibition Show, John Doe. Anyway, I'm like every ninth random account you've come across over on Instagram. So, what's up, Shownuff? What's up, High and Fly? Welcome, welcome. Thanks for popping in. Kind of doing just a quick pop-up episode. I'm having to assume the host and producer role for the Prohibition Show and for all the other Get Baked Productions shows. So this is me practicing. Ostensibly, though, I wanted to talk about the charity event that's coming up on September 18th, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, over on the Let's Be Buds YouTube channel. It is the Last Prisoner Project Chatathon. It's going to be the first annual. Hopefully, we're not being overly optimistic about this. Hey, I am good, Shownuff. Thank you so much for asking. I hope that you are doing well as well. Actually, I'm doing better now that you're here and that High and Fly is here. So I'm not alone while I do this and mess around with this stuff. So anyway, to people that may come across this later or whatnot, or to old friends, let me reintroduce myself. The screen name says MC Prohibition. That's just for my Prohibition show. Baked in the Bluegrass is my chosen name. You can find me over on Instagram, baked_in_the_bluegrass. I am a sadist, so I created a profile that had like 800 letters in it and a bunch of underscores. So what's up, Grizzle? Welcome, welcome. Thanks for popping in tonight. So anyway, yeah, so you can find my main account over there. I also have the Prohibition Show. I have a profile as well. So you can always shoot like show related questions or interview requests or interview suggestions. Feel free to share those with me. I would love that. I don't know if you all are aware or not, but I may or may not have a show here on YouTube called The Prohibition Show. We do a little focus on cannabis prohibition and advocacy. We're learning a bit about advocacy. We have this amazing group of people that have banded together, and we're actually organizing a community charity event. I don't want to drop any names. I'm just kidding. I'm totally going to drop some names. Let's Be Buds crew. So that's Uncle Rick and Green Goddess and Spartan Grown and S&F Farms. I think Caribou Heart and them might be involved. We've got Chad Westport. We got Skillbow. We've got Smot Poker and Crispy are heading up the letter writing campaign, which is just fucking amazing. Canamink, I think, is going to help out and host like a segment with us, a spot, share some of his awesome energy. I think Basement Auto Flowers. I just actually started talking to him today about it. Natty Newfie, if you all are familiar, or Natty's Naughty Nursery, I think he goes by as well. Just some amazing content producers and people. They just happen to be content producers. But some amazing people who are willing to get on board and lend their time and energy to support this, I think, amazing cause. And that cause is to raise awareness for the Last Prisoner Project. They're an organization their focus is on the people in prison currently for cannabis-related offenses. Non-violent cannabis-related offenses, of course. So they kind of focus on them, and they do a lot of stuff. They encourage letter writing campaigns. They accept donations and turn around and use that to put money into prisoners' commissary accounts. They will help with legal fees. They actually do grants for prisoners' families that help those families take care of utilities and bills and the needs and everything like that. One of their focuses, which is amazing, is that they are focused on like the other side of this. Once somebody gets out of prison and they've got this charge on their record and in their jacket or whatever, it closes a lot of doors, y'all. And that's assuming that their family didn't cut them out, and then the community and everything like that. So the Last Prisoner Project helps with reintegration as well. And I believe that's through helping find jobs and employment and other healthy, safe resources to help them as they get back into life as a free human being, you know. Oh, we got Weed Nerd DWC up in the house. Oh, did I see somebody say what? Oh, Grizzle. Oh, now I know who it is. Y'all, Grizzle is amazing. That's my boy, Mr. Greers. He's so nice to me. Oh, now I'm excited. I lost my train of thought. Oh, anyway, so y'all, this is just a pop-up show, and I'm gonna promote the event. I also want to promote the Pro Bitchin' Show. Season 2 officially kicks off not this week with our special episode, but next week on September 1st. But this week, I'm cutting my summer break short because I actually managed to score an interview with Aaron the Grower. You may recognize his Instagram profile name is ATG Acres. And so excited about this. My man shares some fire and vitriol over the bullshit that he has to deal with as a legal, certified caregiving, small business owning farmer in Oklahoma, in a state that should just be legal and letting people do their thing and everything like that. So I want to let him come on and share some of his story. And I think we're actually going to bitch about the metric system, which if you all follow me and my posts, my show posts, the metric system in question is not, in fact, the metric system that we've all learned in school that deals with units of measurement. It's something to do with like packaging or the regulation involved with like the information that you put on the packaging, or maybe testing. I'm not sure. It's one of the reasons that we're going to do the episode. I want to find out. But I know from the memes and all the posts that my boy is pissed. And I'm not saying that the Pro Bitchin' Show is custom made for you all if you feel that way. But if the shoe fits, wear it and then pro bitch about it. So, Smart Poker, what is up? We got Hillbilly Herb up in this piece. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much for popping in. Honestly, I was like, if one person shows up, oh my God, that's amazing. So a quick recap. If you're just tuning in, a quick recap. Kind of a pop-up episode. I'm getting ready to share my screen and go through the Last Prisoner Project website. During this episode, I did this last night on Instagram Live, and it was so fucking easy, and it took me 4 minutes, and I want to show people. I want to be that dude that y'all getting pissed off. Like, I'm so tired of hearing about charity. I'm so tired of hearing about doing good deeds. I hope everybody goes to fucking jail forever and eat shit and die. I'm gonna drive everybody crazy with this. So anyway, last night on an Instagram Live on my laptop, I had gone to the website, typed up my letter, and had it ready. And then on my Instagram Live, just of course using the phone to show the screen, and then submitted my letter. Again, just wanted to show how easy it is. Some of you, I know, because now you're in the chat here right now. You know, Small Poker and Crispy and everybody, like, you're preaching this with me. You're telling people, you know, look, it's not hard to do. Don't sit around and wonder, what can I do to help out and feel better about myself while doing it? We're telling you what you can do, you know? And if you don't want to contribute to this event or whatnot, get involved. I don't mean to tell anybody what to do or whatnot, but God damn it, like, the least, anyway, I don't know. Anyway, so that's ostensibly, I want to practice, as many of you all know now, I'm the host and producer for the Pro Bitchin' Show, and then for a couple other shows I'm getting ready to unleash on the world. So I need to practice some of this stuff here. 710 Connoisseur, my man. He's only here, y'all, to stamp his card. So I'm passing out cards, and every time that we get to hang out in a live event that I'm throwing, you get to stamp it. And if you get 10 stamps, you get a free show. I don't know yet. I'll work on that, but 710's everywhere. I love it. Oh my God, y'all. Wait, hold on. What's going on here? I just saw Smart Poker say, shit, man, my bad. Hold on. Like 12-hour day carrying and hanging sheetrock. Oh, shit. He's doing real work. Smart Poker, you doing out there doing real work. I was trying to sling food earlier. Like, let me DoorDash. Anyway, so that's the Last Prisoner Project. We're going to check out their website here shortly. And I'm going to kind of walk you through it. I've got a letter already typed up, but I'm going to show you how I got there. And then I have not filled in my name and the return address. I'm not smart enough to do that, share the screen, but have that blurred out. Not that I don't trust you all, but I don't trust you all. DTA. Anyway, so we're going to check out their website. So the charity event itself, though, is the Last Prisoner Project Chatathon, which is way easier to say than my original name, which is the Last Prisoner Project 12-hour Chatathon Super Spectacular 2022. I think it's kind of catchy. I mean, it's 117 letters long, but I think it's kind of catchy. I love the hashtag. So, but that's the event. Uncle Rick and I kind of started talking about this months ago, and he had wanted to do something charitable and had wanted to do this when he started his channel a year ago or whatnot. And I immediately was just like, that's a cool thing. We should do something charitable. And we just started spitballing some really crazy ideas. And there were some really crazy ideas, y'all. You don't realize how close we were to the Baked in the Bluegrass Uncle Rick car wash-a-thon. Nobody wants to see that, right? Well, see, this is what the charity is. You all donate to the Last Prisoner Project or write a letter, and Uncle Rick and I won't take any of our clothes off while we wash our car. But if you don't pony up, then I'm rubbing my dirty old man areola all over your front windshield. I'm just going to put it out there. That way you're not surprised when it happens. So we were close to that. What we ended up settling on, though, however, was a chatathon. And we're thinking like an old school Jerry Lewis telethon. Hopefully I don't get like copyright infringement for saying that, or like YouTube's going to shut down the live stream. But the basic idea is you've got like a host, kind of a network that would usually host this event for some charity. You would have, a host or the organizer come on, and then they would invite their friends and family and other people in the community to come on during the event and share a story, share an experience, do a comedy bit, do a musical bit. I say these things, and I say them on purpose because many of us think we're really funny in our heads, so we got hopefully some comedy. We actually have Catachronic Band, I think, lined up for some musical entertainment, which is just effing amazing, y'all. I'm a part of this. Like, I'm a part of building this. Like, it makes me so freaking happy. Rick and I spitballed some crazy ideas. We rubbed many stems. We kind of latched onto this, though, once the two sides, like, once we realized, wait, what did you just say out loud? Hold on. All right. Ooh, telethon. We like to live stream. And then I flippantly was like, hey man, I think I could live stream for 12 hours. I could do a show by myself for 12 hours. And Rick was like, sold. And that's what's going to happen. Except that it's hopefully not me by myself. Nobody wants to see that. So my mom in heaven doesn't want to see that. So I know you all don't. We went public with it a couple of months ago. We started reaching out to some folks. Some of you all have made an impression on me during my brief time doing the Prohibition Show. I don't mean to embarrass anybody, but Smart Poker and Crispy Wannabe in particular, all the way back to episode 1, you all have been there and you have been so supportive. That's fucking amazing. I don't take that shit for granted. I didn't before all of my troubles and everything. I certainly don't now. But you all, in particular, Smart Poker said something during the first episode, and the comment was in the chat, and it was, hey, don't forget about the convicts and the prisoners. And Rick and I were like, we're not. We just don't know yet really how to approach this, because again, like, I've given money to the fucking Red Cross, or the Salvation. Well, I quit giving money to the Salvation Army after reading a couple things about them. But I mean, I've done that sort of thing. But I've not ever been a part of like organizing and building something like this, like a charitable event. And I love organizing stuff, y'all. Like, I need to reintroduce myself. It's all there on Instagram. Like, I like building like Discord servers and groups and teams to do projects. I love doing like little community projects and stuff like that. I liked building shows and writing out shows and notes and interviews and all that kind of thing. So this was just like this is not outside of like my wheelhouse. It's just something I'd not ever thought enough about myself or my friends to be like, hey, let's organize something. This is like grassroots, right? I've never done that, you know? But because there are some amazing mofos out here in this community, Spartan Grown in particular, actually mentioned the Last Prisoner Project as a fantastic starting off point if you wanted to learn about advocacy. He has said this, he kind of prefaced it. He was like, look, if you are able to get involved on the local level, please do. You potentially have a much greater impact at that local level. But that can be hard to find out who you need to talk to, who to reach out to. Maybe locally you don't ever have any sort of city meetings where they are able to discuss this sort of thing. So he actually recommended the Last Prisoner Project. He was like, look, it's something that I've known about for a while and feel strongly about or whatnot. And Rick and I looked into it, and it's amazing. You know, you can donate money if you want, but right off the bat, again, everybody here knows, like, we are not accepting your cash to donate for anybody. Like, do that yourself, and you can do that through the Last Prisoner Project's website directly, and then they are directly able to use those funds. Another option that we had looked at was maybe doing like a GoFundMe, and while not necessarily adverse to that, they may actually still charge like a transaction fee, maybe a processing fee. I'm not sure what the lingo is, and we want to avoid that. If people can donate $1, we want every penny of that dollar to go towards the Last Prisoner Project. We don't want to send 30 cents to GoFundMe or whatnot. So while we are encouraging people, if you are able and willing to donate cash, do it directly through their website. It's obviously going to mean a lot to them. It would mean a lot to us and everything like that as well. But a thing that guilt-free, I'm going to just throw this in everybody's face until this event pops off, and then afterwards I'm going to follow up. Write a fucking letter, y'all. Even if you don't want to, do me a favor, write a fucking letter. Like, you ain't got to be pen pals for life, man. Just be like, I just wanted to take a moment to reach out this once, like, just to say I'm sorry. Like, you don't have to share your life story or anything that you're uncomfortable sharing. Just let them know, like, I'm so sorry. You're not alone. The Last Prisoner Project, this is like their tagline: change is coming. But when you're on the inside, you know, it's hard to think like, oh, it's coming. Yay, let me be excited about that, obviously, because you're in the moment dealing with this terrible, shitty thing. So yeah, you know, again, it's a cool thing to do. I'm honestly surprised that this community doesn't do this sort of thing more often and be public about it. Nobody loses, man. You know, like, you get to do something, you get to feel good about it. It helps kind of keep things in perspective as well, because these motherfuckers and fuckettes, shout out to Canamink, these people are in prison for doing the same fucking thing that every one of you all right now are doing, probably. And I'm not throwing anybody under the bus, or I'm throwing myself under the bus as well. You all know this. You know it for a fact. Some of you all have said those exact same words because you're on board with this and you feel the same way and you feel as strongly as we do. In no world is that right. In no world is that right. Well, I'm here to tell you, man, I'm not ready to throw myself in prison as a sign of solidarity, but I'm definitely willing and able to write many fucking letters. Man, I'm a writer. Like, I've already written 2 now in the last 2 days. I've got a third one, an actual physical letter. I was trying to go through all the regulations so I can do a physical letter myself. Smot and Crispy have written a couple letters. Goddess and Rick, like, you know, some of my friends now that I'm getting back into Instagram, they've what's the word? I can't remember what the word is, but they've committed to writing a letter for the event. And that makes me feel good, y'all. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm wearing these glasses because I don't want you all to see me crying. So let me take a second here, and I'm going to shout out some people in the chat. I'm trying to teach myself how to do this as well. So, all right. So I see Smot. I see Hillbilly again. I see Collective Mary Jane. That's a new name to this evening's episode. Let me see. I think that's got me current with everybody. Excellent. All right. So anyway, let me get myself set up We are going to share screen. And we're going to navigate the Last Prisoner Project's website. All right. So, lastprisonerproject.org is going to be the website, so it's really clean and easy to remember. Once you get there on the homepage, of course, it just, pretty standard. Changes coming, fighting criminal injustice, and reimagining drug policy. So they actually do the video. They've got about us, our work, take action, partners, resources, and then you can actually shop. So for the purposes of this exercise, again, I just wanted to kind of show you absolutely how easy it is to write a letter to a prisoner. You don't have to write a physical letter anymore. You just type up your letter, put in a little bit of information that they need. They print it out, and then they are able to submit it and get that to the prisoners for us. So we have even less excuse now. I said this over on Instagram Live. If you're not willing to do something like this, that says something about you. Like, because you don't want to be involved with this has nothing to do with me. It doesn't have anything to do with Uncle Rick. It doesn't have anything to do with any of the other amazing people that are involved with this. This has something to do with you. God, it makes me angry and sad all at the same time. Much like thinking about people that are stuck in fucking prison for weed. All right. So anyway, we're going to go to the letter writing campaign. So I'm going to click on that letter writing campaign. And I remember this from, I think Goddess and Spartan pointed this out on the Let's Be Buds show one night. Let me see if you all can see. So if you can see my cursor, there are actually some little like hyper arrows here to the side, the left and the right of the body where it says letter writing guide. So that's actually going to like move you through their guide, and they're actually going to go through tips. They're going to kind of teach you like what you should write about, the sort of things that you can or cannot say, the things you cannot do, like send pornographic materials. Obviously you can't send shivs, you can't send files, no birthday cakes. So they just go through. They've got mail-in instructions. So this is if you wanted to go old school and you want to write out your letter yourself and everything like that, because you do need to follow these kind of restrictions, I guess. Somewhere else on their website too, they explain that they themselves have adopted the most restrictive regulations as far as writing letters to the prisoners. So some states are going to have like much lighter regulations, then you might actually be able to send like newspaper cuttings and stuff like that. But generally, I think what they're doing is like, hey, we're going to accept like the harshest regulation, and that's going to be like the protocol that we recommend. That way, no matter where your letter is going, it should fly and it should be able to get through these, the checkers or whatever it is that they're doing. So anyway, the letter writing thing online here, they walk you through the instructions. Then they're going to actually spotlight some of the prisoners that are in prison right now currently for cannabis. And they're going to have their name. And importantly here, under the address, they've got their full name. And then there's a hashtag with a number. I forget what they call that number, but they mentioned like that's sort of like their kind of like a federal prison ID number or something like that. You do need that when you address the letter. And we'll see that here in just a second. And then they do just a little bit of like a little bio thing. And then, so we're going to go flip over. Hector, I'm going to do a letter for Hector here coming up probably next week, maybe on the Prohibition show. So tonight I wrote one here to Michael Woods, which I think he's the Canadian who's actually in prison in fucking America, God damn it, which is some bullshit. So anyway, again, I'm looking and I'm like, all right, I think I'm going to write Michael Woods. So I've got his address here if I was wanting to do the physical letter, but we're actually going to do this online. This is unfortunate. I can't figure this out, but it does not look like you're able to actually copy and paste from their website, which is sad. I wanted to copy and paste his name and that ID number, but I actually went ahead and wrote it down. So let's say that we picked out our prisoner that we want to reach out to. We're going to do the write a letter online. All right. So now we've got the digital letter writing form. Last Prisoner Project is grateful to present an online letter writing form in which our supporters can write letters for currently incarcerated cannabis prisoners that our team will print out and mail for you. Should you choose to take advantage of this opportunity, we ask that you write a thoughtful letter to your new pen pal. Letters with under 100 characters will be compiled into group messages for each constituent. So this is kind of a cool thing as well. If you're not a wordsmith, you don't have to write a 3-page letter, but if you are, write a 3-page letter. Guess what? These people have a lot of time on their hands where they're not able to do other things. Send them a 3-page letter, a 5-page letter, whatever. Anyway, so they actually do a little link here. You can get more information on specifics. They recommend some topics, things to kind of watch out for and stuff like that. Obviously, security is a concern. We're adults. We understand this, the nature of what we're dealing with and having to do to even just get a fucking letter to somebody. We understand this, and they understand that as well. That's one of the reasons why we got so excited about the Last Prisoner project themselves. They make this easy for us to get involved, and they know the security involved. So anyway, our form here, they ask for an email address, so I tossed that in. They're going to ask for your constituent name and ID. So I've got Michael Woods, I've got the hashtag, and then his ID number. Again, for whatever reason, maybe it's just my laptop, I cannot copy and paste that information. I just wrote it down on a little notepad while I was scrolling through the website, and then I was able to use it. And then I wrote a quick letter. Then it's going to end up with your name and then your return address because, again, they do a pen pal thing here, and then you just submit it. Once you've submitted it, you're just going to get a little message that says your response has been submitted by the Last Prisoner project, and then they can follow up by sending you an email. And then at some point, hopefully, we're able to continue the actual pen pal relationship portion of it. So it's not just them having heard from me, some weird random nerd out here, we can start getting to know each other. Obviously, write your own personalized letter, but here's a kind of a sentiment I think is an easy one for all of us to share because this is kind of weird and awkward. We don't know each other yet. And the most important word here is yet, y'all. We don't know each other yet. I hope that we're able to get to know each other. But I just wanted to take a second to reach out to you. Just introduce yourself a little bit. I'm kind of talking about the charity event because it's something I can talk about and, it's a starting point icebreaker. Plus, it's come up in some awesome kind of random conversation amongst cool folks that it would be a really cool thing would be if one of us writes a prisoner, if and when that prisoner were able to get out and be let free, that somebody, the Prohibition Show or Let's Be Buds or any one of us, if we could do a reunion show and have that person on to talk about this fucking terrible ass experience, but then hey, let's introduce you to the person that was writing to you. Spartan and them were saying that's amazing. That gives me chills, good chills too, right? It feels good to do this stuff. There's no guilt involved. We're not, the only people that we're fighting against is our government, y'all. And the people that have fallen for the lies, the people that want to demonize this, they want to stigmatize this, those are the people that we have beef with. We don't have beef with each other, or we shouldn't, So yeah, again, it's just an amazing thing to do. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of show that off. It's so easy. It takes 4 minutes, 5 minutes. You type out your letter, you hit submit, and then they take care of it from that point on. And then you just made somebody's day a bit brighter, y'all. And maybe that's not your thing. I'm not gonna hate on you because you don't want to enjoy somebody else getting lifted up, but I enjoy that, and it makes me feel really good when I have been a part of something like that. So yeah, we just kind of wanted to show that off. Here, let me see, and I'll stop sharing the screen there. But yeah, so that's the Last Prisoner Project's actual website. Those are the steps, and I've done this now not a bunch. I've done this a few times though, so it didn't take me very long to navigate. I knew where I was going and the information I was looking for. Hopefully, though, if you have been with me so far or you're viewing this later, you saw the steps we took, though, the buttons that we clicked to get at least the letter portion taken care of. So, and then through their website as well, they accept donations directly through their website. They spotlight so many of these people that are unfortunately in prison and everything like that. It's an amazing thing to be a part of, but it's a really depressing thing that I don't know how to express it. It depresses me that this sort of situation exists, but I feel honored and so incredibly joyous to be a part of this. Maybe that I think that's what I was wanting to express. So, all right, here, let me change my screen up here real quick. All right, so again, oh holy crap, there's still people here. Y'all are freaking amazing. In there, Caribou Heart's on. What are y'all doing here? Y'all supposed to be watching Caribou Heart. I think he's got Q Grows and JR Token maybe or something like that. Junglist Hives. Hey Toasty Burns, what's going on? It's been a second here since I've hold on. Is Junglist Hive? Is that my friend from Instagram? I don't even know. I'm over here like I don't know how to ask this question because he's a bunch of letters on a screen. So anyway, welcome y'all. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Again, kind of just a quick pop-up. I'm messing around with this. Some of features in StreamYard and stuff like that. I would love to be able to do like a real adult show with some production value. Unfortunately, right now, though, we're not there. So I'm more like a beatnik, like a slam poet. I'm at the really terrible all-vegan, earth-based coffee shop, and I'm like, hey, y'all, it's MC Prohibition, and let me spit some rat-a-tat-tat, friends in prison, don't want none of that. Sisk boom ba, pachow, daddy-o. Y'all, that was my slam poetry, my beatnik moment there to promote the Last Prisoner project. Yeah, no, you guys are amazing. I can't believe that there are people still here, so I'm just going to keep rambling. So let me talk about this. All right, so the Prohibition Show. We finished up the first season. Actually, episode 8 was amazing. We had Smart Poker and Crispy Wannabe, and then Weed Nerd was able to pop on with us and kind of round out the episode. And we just talked about Brittany Griner being in prison and how nobody gives a shit about Mark Fogel, who's also an American in Russian prison for cannabis. We talked about knowing your rights. You get pulled over by the cops and you're worried about it. We talked about the things you can do and what you should never do. We talked about this is my brain fart moment. Everybody that ever does a show related to cannabis in any way, we always are like, oh. So yeah, anyway, we talked about some amazing things. Oh yeah, and then when Weed Nerd joined, we were able to talk a little bit about, they're hella active over in the Cocoa for Cannabis forum. And this is a cool thing, man. I am a old school veteran of forums. That's where I learned to kind of grow my own, and where I met a lot of amazing folks. Because I can't talk about it out loud. I can't go to the bar and ask the bartender what he thinks about my garden. I can, but then the cops are showing up and shit. So I liked forums. I loved the Autoflower Network. That was kind of where I cut my teeth. I was an Autoflower guy though too. So I was like, oh, it's a forum all about this thing I'm interested in. So I'll just join that one. But yeah, so they do a lot of stuff in Cocoa for Cannabis. That's Dr. MJ Coco and them. An amazing resource for a grower. It's a safe space to share grows, to share questions, to talk about this stuff. And all of these things are super important, y'all. It's easy to take it for granted or to forget that, many of us can't talk about this stuff out loud in public, Well, not that it's easy to forget that when you're all watching me up here ranting about it. I like to remind everybody it's still illegal here. Guess who lives in illegal prohibition land? That would be me, this guy. So, and it sucks. GoFundMe, y'all, get me out of here. I want to go to Canada. I'd settle for, I think, Michigan. The more I watch some of you all from Michigan talk about it and everything, man, the struggle is real there too. But man, there's some really amazing folks. So, and then cannabis, and then Canada right across the border. That's a bonus as well. Yeah, if it isn't a high enough profile case, it gets eaten up in the news cycle. Ain't that the truth, Toasties? Yeah, it does. And that's just true of anything, no doubt. So this is not the first time this sort of thing has happened. It's just unfortunate for Mark Fogel. He's like, y'all motherfuckers are trying to trade international arms dealers to get fucking Brittany Griner back and an American spy, y'all. Paul Whelan. Look up that name. Paul Whelan. He's the other American that the Department of Justice is like, okay, so here's the Pokemon card trade that we're going to do with you, Russia. We're going to trade you 3 convicted arms smugglers, 2 convicted poisoners, and in return we want 1 black lady athlete celebrity and a convicted American spy. That's the best we can do. Then Russia is like, well, what about Mark Fogel? Did you all want him? The Department of Justice is like, oh, we don't have clearance to talk about that. Go fuck yourselves. I hate this country sometimes so hard. And Russia too, right? I mean, like, their government is not much better, as they're finding out now. Stuck in prison. What the shit? Anyway. Yeah, oh no, he said it's downright fucked up. Well, I mean, I was just trying to be polite. But yes, it's downright fucked up. It's absolutely fucked up. But it is kind of the world we live in, man. We're like birds. We like shiny and flashy. 20 years ago, the news cycle actually used to be like a 24-hour news cycle. So it was like you get about a full day before the next big thing is happening. But now, man, we're so connected and everything. You got like 4 minutes. And if you aren't a billionaire, yeah, nobody gives a shit. So, Scrubs Shrubs is up in this house. Y'all, some awesome motherfuckers showed up. Thank you so much for hanging out. If you're just tuning in, it's your boy MC Prohibition, or Baked in the Bluegrass. This is just my stage name when I'm ready to rant about the ails of my government and the plight of the weed nerds. Not the plight of weed nerd, but of weed nerds. Cannabis driver, looky there. Nice, y'all. Y'all are so amazing. I was getting ready to do my Instagram spiel, which is, hey, if you're not already following everybody in the chat, go follow them. But it's this is YouTube, and you can't do that. So yeah. But anyway, well, here, hold on, give me a second. Let me do something. Bum, bum, bam, bam. Can I do this? I'm no good at this, y'all. So, hold on. Oh, shit. Oh, nuh-uh. Looky there. All right. Feel free. That's an open invitation and or a warning. I think I can do up to 4 or 6 people or something like that. I'm doing like the free. I'm on that prepaid pimp lifestyle right now. A baller on a budget of 0. So I'm doing the StreamYard free version. I think it limits it at 6, unfortunately. But, you know, if you're bored and you got anything to say, feel free. And cheers to you, Scrubs. How you doing? I am doing amazing. If you can't tell, I'm getting to hang out with some friendly folk, rap a little bit. I've been working on some stuff behind the scenes. Got my little keyboard in my lap. Trying to figure out how to do all this stuff. I'm one of those too. I use like the 2 monitors. I'm trying to figure out how to space everything and share screens and all that. So I'm like the dude. I'm like the opening act. But I'm like the guy, I'm up on stage like, okay, there's only 6 people in the crowd. Everybody's just drinking beer and smoking weed. Cool. All right. So hopefully they're not going to notice as I'm learning how to play the guitar before I go on set to play the guitar. That's where I'm at. So anyway, yeah, you folks are amazing. I have done what I wanted to accomplish, my little mini goal. That was to just kind of, I wanted a video on my channel of me running through the Last Prisoner Project's website. Y'all, it's unfortunate that the world we live in is full of people. I just mean that, yeah, that the world we live in is full of people. No, that it's full of people who make this disclaimer necessary. This is not a scam, which is the first thing that a scammer is going to tell you about their fucking scam. It is not. None of the people that are involved, and if you don't know who is involved by now, then you have not been paying attention, or you're new to us and this community and this circle. None of us are trying to scam you. We don't want your money. We don't want a red cent. We don't want to be responsible for it. However, we are encouraging you to donate if you can. We do want you to write a letter, though, because you can do that for free. And we're poking fun at people that are like, you're trying to scam us. You got a secret ulterior motive. Motherfuckers, my secret ulterior motive is that in many past lives, I've been a less than awesome person. And in my current life, I want to do something positive. I want to be a part of this. And I want my friends and the people I know to be involved. I want us to all make a difference. I think that would be really neat. Rick and I have talked about it. Rick, especially, my boy, turned 75 the other day. You know, he's like, it's kind of like a legacy thing. It's just a small thing, but it's like a good thing. And I don't know. I need more of that. I don't know about anybody else out there, but I need more of that. So that's why. But yeah, y'all, disclaimer, this is not a cry for, it is a cry for attention, and it is a cry for help. It literally is. So suck it. I was getting ready to say it isn't any of those things. No, it literally is. But yeah, man, ain't nobody trying to pull one over on you. Ain't nobody trying to get 16 more likes on their fucking channel. Like, we're wanting to do a good thing. And a lot of us kind of came up with a really cool way to do that, that anybody can get involved with. Doesn't matter where you are. Doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter if you're a grower, if you're a smoker, if you're a dealer. You know, maybe you should want to get involved if you were any of those things. Actually, build up some positive karma. You know, nothing wrong with that. And I'm not going to feel guilty about talking about it or promoting it either. And I did for about a week, y'all. I kind of let some of the negativity out there get inside of my headspace and kind of mess up with my jam. Not no more though. Not no more. So, but I hope, you know, we knock this out. September 18th is going to be an amazing day. And, you know, maybe it springboards into something else. Maybe somebody else comes up with something that we can feel strongly enough about and help somebody, you know, do this sort of thing, or could just contribute to the overall good vibes and energy that our community likes to talk about and brag about. Like, let's contribute to that and then push that forward to the next person in the hopes that they are able to take it and then push it, you know. It's like a big chain of awesomeness. I want to be a link, not a weak link either. I want to be one of the strong links inside of this chain of awesomeness. So he said, yo, it's not your fault. I don't know. It's everyone's fault. Or it's nobody's fault. I don't know. Anyway, you all are amazing. I'm going to shut this down. Make sure that it stays on my YouTube channel. That's another thing I'm learning about here with the StreamYard and stuff like that. Rick used to do all this, y'all. Rick was the producer. He was the de facto producer for the Prohibition Show. So he kind of handled, let me take a step back and think about this for a second. Rick was the one that was handling all the tech. Oh, that's so crazy. That's so crazy. Anyway, so I'm trying to learn some of that as well. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. Pop over. I'm going to hit the thumbs up, like, go into live chat over in the Caribou Heart crowd. Say hey. See what they got going on over there. Hopefully they're sharing some amazing positive energy and love, growers love, and all that dirty, nasty stuff. He said, later, Bake. No, I appreciate you, High and Fly. Junglist, you know I know what's up. Yeah, and I'll catch you probably around on Instagram. I'm probably going to go live later because I'm really nervous about a thing that I've been talking about recently and sharing, and I want to talk about that some more. But it's neither here nor there. So anyway, you guys, let me see if I can, hold on. I'm going to make you endure through this as I go out. Let me see. How about we do
Let's see if this does anything. No? Oh well. Screw it. Peace out. Oh, except I can't find my end broadcast. You all are lovely. Thank you so much.